Have you ever heard the story of the master who entrusted his servants with great riches? It's a powerful story about faithfulness, courage, and how we use the gifts we've been given. Let me share it with you. Once, a wealthy master was preparing to go on a long journey. Before he left, he called his 3 most trusted servants. To the first, he gave 5 talents. Now, a talent wasn't just a skill. It was a huge amount of money, like $1 million today. To the second servant, he gave 2 talents. And to the third, he gave 1 talent. He told them, "Take care of this for me while I'm away." Then he departed. The first servant, holding his 5 talents, immediately went to the marketplace. He was wise and hardworking. He invested the money, made smart trades, and through his efforts, he doubled the master's money. He turned 5 talents into 10. The second servant, with his 2 talents, did the same. He worked diligently, invested wisely, and he also doubled his portion, turning 2 talents into 4. But the third servant, the one who received just 1 talent, had a very different reaction. He looked at the single heavy bag of gold and was gripped by fear. He thought, "What if I lose it? What if I make a bad investment? The master will be furious with me." Overwhelmed by anxiety, he took his talent, went out to a field, dug a deep hole, and buried the money in the ground. He thought that was the safest thing to do. Now, let's imagine this third servant was a young boy, maybe just starting out, eager to please, but also very afraid of failure. He held that 1 talent, the weight of responsibility heavy in his small hands. He felt paralyzed. The thought of losing his master's money was terrifying. He paced back and forth, wondering what to do. The other servants were already out there, making deals, taking risks, but he was frozen by fear. He could hear his heart pounding in his chest. "I can't lose this," he whispered to himself. "I just can't." So he decided burying it was the only option. But as he sat there, day after day, knowing the talent was hidden in the earth, he didn't feel peace. He felt a different kind of anxiety, a feeling of uselessness. He knew he wasn't doing what the master had hoped for. He was just hiding. He saw the poor in the streets, people who needed help, and he knew the money buried in the ground could make a real difference. But his fear kept him from acting. Let's change the story a little. What if this young servant, instead of giving in to his fear, decided to do something different? What if, clutching that 1 talent, he fell to his knees and prayed? He might have said something like, "Master, I'm so scared. I'm afraid of failing you. Please help me to be faithful. Show me what to do with this gift you've given me." And as he prayed, an idea sparked in his heart. Instead of trying to make a huge profit in the marketplace like the others, what if he used the talent to help people? He took a small portion of the money and bought food for a hungry family. He used another part to buy tools for a craftsman who had lost everything. He started a small loan system for widows who needed to start their own businesses. He wasn't focused on doubling the money. He was focused on using it for good, on being faithful with what he had. And a funny thing happened. As he shared and helped, the people he assisted were so grateful. The craftsmen he helped gave him a share of his profits. The widows repaid their loans with a little extra as a thank you. Slowly but surely, the single talent began to grow. The community flourished because of his kindness. He learned that by sharing, by being faithful in small ways, the talent wasn't just preserved. It multiplied in ways he never expected. He wasn't driven by profit, but by love, and it returned to him more than he could have imagined. After a long time, the master returned. He called his servants to account for what they had done. The first servant came forward, beaming with pride. "Master," he said, "you gave me 5 talents. Look, I have gained 5 more." The master was thrilled. "Well done, my good and faithful servant. You have been faithful with a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Come and share your master's happiness." Then the second servant came. "Master," he said, "you gave me 2 talents. See, I have gained 2 more." Again, the master was overjoyed. "Well done, good and faithful servant. You have also been faithful with a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Come and share your master's happiness." Finally, our young servant from the second story, the one who prayed and helped others, came forward. He was nervous, but his heart was full. "Master," he said, "you gave me 1 talent. I was afraid, but I used it to help those in need. And look, through acts of kindness and community, it has grown." The master looked at him, his eyes filled with warmth and approval. He declared, "Well done, my good and faithful servant. You understood the heart of the matter. You were faithful with what you had. Come, enter into the joy of your master." He was welcomed into the celebration with the others. But now, let's go back to the original story. What happened to the servant who buried his talent? He came forward last, looking downcast. He held out the single dusty bag of money. "Master," he mumbled, "I knew you were a hard man, so I was afraid. I went and hid your talent in the ground. See, here is what belongs to you." The master's face grew stern. "You wicked, lazy servant," he said. He wasn't angry because the money was lost, but because the servant had done nothing with it. His fear had led to inaction and uselessness. The master took the 1 talent from him and gave it to the one who had 10. He explained that whoever uses what they have will be given more, but whoever does nothing will lose even what they have. And that servant was left outside, full of sadness and regret, while the others celebrated inside. So, what does this story mean for us today? Each of us has been given talents by God. These aren't just money. They are our skills, our abilities, our time, our energy, our love, our compassion. It could be a gift for music, for teaching, for encouraging others, for being a good friend, or for simply having a kind heart. The question is, what are we doing with our talents? Are we like the first 2 servants, actively using our gifts, investing them in the lives of others, and trying to make the world a better place? Or are we like the 3rd servant, burying our gifts out of fear? Fear of failure, fear of what others might think, fear that what we have isn't good enough. God doesn't ask us to be the best in the world. He asks us to be faithful with what He has given us. It doesn't matter if you feel like you only have 1 talent compared to someone else has 5. Faithfulness in the small things is what truly matters. Start small. Use your gift to help 1 person. Share your time. Offer a word of encouragement. Every small act of faithfulness matters. Because one day, we all hope to hear those incredible words. "Well done, good and faithful servant." Enter into joy. Don't bury your gifts. Use them, share them, and watch them grow. Thanks for watching today. I hope this story encouraged you. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. See you next time.